לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Oh, Shabbat Shalom. I don't know about you, but I really need Shabbat. Yeah? Anybody else need Shabbat this week?
Well, it's happening anyway.
Right.
So
Whether I needed it or not, it's just, it happens every seventh day, right? So here we are. Let's take a moment as we move into Shalom Aleichem to welcome and greet our community members of our family, friends, community, people we haven't seen, new people who might have not joined us before, like our friend Scott Minkow here. And if there's anybody else that this is your first time here, anybody, first timers? Okay, so now's our opportunity as a community to get up and welcome some friends, some first timers, and greet them with peace and shalom aleichem. So let's do that.
are y'all ready? Lie, 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 Shalom Alechem Malachi Hasharet Malachi Elyon Melech mi Melech Malchi Hamlachi
every day has the opportunity, every moment really has the opportunity to being fresh, to being new. That every moment really has the opportunity for us to change and be who we want to be. Right? Carl Jung says, we are not what happened to us. We are what we choose to be because of it. And so Shir Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Psalm 96 is singing a new song to ourselves. Who do we want to be right now? Who do we want to be today? Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, but right now. Who do we want to be in showing up in the moment? We're going to continue on page up there on the slides. Page 8. So last week's Torah portion it ended with this scene where we got, well, the whole portion, we had 53 new laws. And at the end of it, there's this very famous line that the Israelites said. They said, all right, whatever you're going to tell us, na'aseh v'nishma. We will do it, and then we're going to understand. Right? We trust God that these principles, these laws, these codes, they're for our best interest, so we're going to do them first, and even if we don't understand them, we're going to do them first, and then we'll learn. And so when this week comes around, God says, all right, give tzedakah. And the rabbis say, okay, tzedakah is one of those mitzvot that we shouldn't have that weighing. That, oh, should I give, should I not give? But rather, we got to do it, and then we'll understand. So not only do we ask everybody to partake and give tzedakah, but also our biggest tzedakah fundraiser is this weekend on Sunday. So the gala is coming up. So we have many ways to give. So if you haven't signed up for that as well, we invite you to do that. We're going to pass around the tzedakah box and our Venmo QR code and our website. So please give generously like our community always does. So thank you for that. And I have the pleasure of inviting up Craig. Where are you, Craig? Craig, to give a to give a drosh on TShuvah. Come on up, Craig.
I'm on this one, right? All right. My name's Craig. I'm a crackaholic. Oh, man. Beit TShuvah. When I first came to Beit TShuvah, I thought, I didn't know if this place was going to fit me, you know? It's so far from where I come from, you know? I mean, I come from South Central. I come from a place, you know what I'm saying, where you gotta wear, you know what I'm saying, a certain type of, you have to, you know what I'm saying, present yourself in a certain type of way so people won't, you know what I'm saying, take advantage of you, you know? In here, you know what I'm saying, layer by layer of that started lifting off of me, you know? Even the first time around, you know? I had to come back here a few times. This is my third time here. But I remember last time I left, it's like when you leave here, if you relapse, you remember Beit TShuvah, you know? There was a few other places I was trying to get into, and I kind of left it up to God, you know what I'm saying? But he knew in my heart I wanted to come back to Beit TShuvah because I needed that differentness that I seen here, so I could find all the similarities in people, you know, from all walks of life, from different colors and creeds and, you know what I'm saying, different religion. I needed something different. So what better place to go than Beit TShuvah? I pretty much done burnt out all the other treatment centers, you know what I'm saying, behavior modifications and all that. I've been to 18 of them. Well, 16 counting me being here. But what I wanted to talk about real quick was the difference between a shelter and a sanctuary. When I'll be out there in the rain, like weather like this, when I used to be out there smoking crack, we looking for a temporary dwelling just to get away from the rain so we can do our drugs, you know what I'm saying? We put up these little tents. We make tents and we make these structures out of cardboard, and they're temporary, you know what I'm saying? And we just you know, you can find anywhere just to keep yourself dry and protect it from the storm, but now you can't protect yourself anywhere from the storms inside yourself. That's where I need a sanctuary, a place to calm down my mind and quiet the noise in my head and those stormy emotions that I created on my own. I take that with me everywhere I go. Something like that. You remember that Charlie Brown episode, Pigpen? Where everywhere Pigpen went, it was like this cloud of dust, the dirt that hung over him everywhere he went. That's kind of like how I've been. But when I come here, places like this, it's my sanctuary. I can meditate in here. I relearned how to meditate. I relearned that it's okay for me to let people know who I am and be vulnerable and share some deep stuff like I did in my home group. I never did that before in any other treatment center. No other treatment center I've been to, I've grown as much as I have in this place. And I still got a long way to go. Right now I'm looking at my character defects, so every now and then they're going to flare up so I can see them and I give them to God. I got to know what's wrong with me, so I got to experience it. So I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? I still got a lot of the street up in me, you know what I'm saying? But layer by layer, it starts to leave, you know? When I'm nervous or when I'm afraid, that's when it really comes out, like right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but a lot of people have a chance to see Craig and meet Craig, and I allow them to do that. That's a big deal to me, you know? I'm not really big on trusting people, places, or things, you know what I'm saying? But one day at a time, I'm able, you know what I'm saying, to see God in everything and everybody. And I also want to thank Beit TShuvah. I thank God for the COVID and lifted so my sponsor could come here and meet with me on a weekly basis and get me through the process of recovery in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous and sit with me in that room where I did a fifth step and I got to see some real deep truths about myself. And now I'm in the process of trying to make some amends, make some things right, you know what I'm saying, and try to help another addict one at a time. you know what I'm saying, along the way if I can, later on in life. And come back to Beit TShuvah and still be of service here while I can, you know what I'm saying? And with that, thank you for allowing me to be here one more time, Beit TShuvah. And I want to thank my counselor, Benny. I love Benny. I don't know if he's here, but that's the best counselor I had, the most realest counselor, you know what I'm saying? They say when student is ready, the teachers will appear. I think I was ready this time to receive what I couldn't receive all those other times when I was in treatment. And I don't think, if I don't tell you guys a lot, and you know I don't, I really do have a love for each and every one of you, including the staff. I know I can be hard every now and then, but I love all y'all, man. And I thank y'all for accepting me here at Beit TShuvah. Thank you.
Thank you, Craig. You said it all. You really said it all. And that's what we do. We do tshuva out loud in our community. So if there's anybody that has a burden to bear, some gratitude to share, we invite you to come up and stand up on my left, and share from the heart. Come on, Jonathan.
My name's Jonathan, and I am a grateful member of this community. We meet so many people in our lives. Some of those people come and go. Some of those people stick around for a little while and then they're gone. Some of them are taken away from us too soon. And others stay for a long while. But there's another kind of person who comes into my life every once in a while by divine intervention. An angel. Somebody to lead me down the right path. Someone to show me that there is something better for myself. Last year I was blessed enough to meet somebody out of the blue. And had I not met that person, I wouldn't be here tonight. That person is Scott, and he's sitting here next to me tonight. And I just want to express gratitude from deep within my heart. You're a friend, and you're an angel. And I love you. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Monique. And I just want to say that I'm so thankful to be part of this community. When I came in here, I didn't know what to expect, but I can say that just for the last 2 weeks that I've been here, I can see what's so different about it, and it's so special. From the staff to the people that are here in the community, everybody really cares. It's the little things. It's like when you're not feeling well, or you just are not feeling the willingness, you have somebody there just like really guiding you, or just trying to understand you, or just listening. From little things of my fellow, what do I want to say? Everybody that's basically here, it's the little things that they do for us or for each other, and it's really a family. And I just want to say I'm really thankful for it, that I'm able to do this. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name's Elon. I've been here for about 16, 17 days, honestly. Hello. I'll keep it short and simple. This just kind of popped into my head. You know, I'm very thankful for everybody. Everybody that knows me here, I have one hell of a character, to say the least. But I specifically want to thank somebody today, and that's my stepdad, Dalon. Dalon grew up in a kibbutz in Israel. He served in the Israeli army. He toughed it through everything, and he thought he did it all until he met me. I believe the day he met me, actually, half his face went paralyzed. He told me it was cerebral palsy. I'm pretty sure it was just me. We're still yet to find the outcome of that one, but he's all good now. He has the most important job in the world as far as I'm concerned. He has to take care of my mother, and he does a damn good job of that. And to say I drove him crazy was the least, because with me it was psychological warfare, and the 6-day war had nothing on me. So I just want to thank you, Dawn. I know it's not that our relationship is broken or it's just not understood, and I know you're still trying to come into this with your shield up, because I don't blame you, But I never really let you know how much I appreciate what you do, because you're so busy doing it, and I'm so busy doing everything else. And I want to tell you I love you. I consider you like family to me, because not just by legal obligations, but you are. And I just want you to know that you are in my mind a lot here, more than anything else that I ever thought would be in my mind, as opposed to my mother, because my mother's, she's from the same block as me, and I know she can survive anywhere. But thank you for everything, and thank you guys.
Good evening. I'm Tim. I'm a grateful member of this community, and I'm an alcoholic in recovery. I've been here about 5 months, maybe a little bit more. Gosh, I have to up my anxiety medication. This is killing me. So, in the last couple of days, I just had a really profound experience here. There's an organization, actually 2 organizations, the Women in Action and the Men in Action. They come here and had some programming for us. And Craig was talking about seeing God in everything and everyone, and that has been an incredible challenge for me. I definitely have this kind of worldview that doesn't allow a lot of that. I mean, I was looking for a word to describe who I am, and what I came up with is cynical, believing that people are motivated purely by self-interest, distrustful of human sincerity or integrity. That's definitely me, for sure, and it's a pervasive negativism. And these men came out with really no apparent motivation at all, other than to spend some time with us and spend some time with the gentleman in the house. And they asked me about my children. I asked them about theirs, want to know a little bit about me, and they had no reason other than to get to know us and spend some time. And I have to say that, being here 5-6 months and having been on my journey, oftentimes I feel quite broken. And being, able to just spend some time with some gentlemen that are really, just like me and feeling normal again was great. I appreciate the generosity and time. They also gave me $800 for the marathon, which was incredible. But I just want to acknowledge that and acknowledge them and their contribution to the community. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Josh. I'm a grateful member of this community. So me, I try to express gratitude every day in different ways, and verbal, actions. But right now, I just want to express gratitude to a few specific people here in this room. One of them is my mom. And she's a trooper. She, no matter what, she's always there. She's at all my court dates. And she never lost hope in me. And it's crazy because a lot of other people I've seen that I met, they lose everybody in the process. And one person I always had is my mom, no matter what. And I'm forever grateful. I love you, Mom. Number 2, Miss Carrie Newman. Man, there's not enough words to explain how much I could thank you, how much I appreciate you. You came, you saw me when I was in jail, and you opened the door for me. You said, look, you have an option. You could do this or you could do that. And I chose to do this, and, it's the first step into getting back to the old me, the happy me that was the last time I was a little-ass kid. excuse my language, but I was a little kid, and being genuinely happy with who I am as myself and being able to express myself, I haven't done that in a very long time. And yeah, she came, she saw me, and it's just like, man, I'm not trying to cuss up here, I know there's it's tough. Like, I was already signing prison, like, papers to go to prison, and like, man, if it wasn't for you, I would have just, I would have went to prison, got out, and kept doing the same thing I was doing. And that leads to, there's 2 life sentences, either life in prison or 6 feet deep. And if it wasn't for you communicating with whoever you communicated to, whoever got to you, I still would have been down that road. And I'm just grateful that you opened this door for me, let me put my foot in. And I'm just ready to keep taking the next steps to further my life, better my life, for myself, my son, my mom, and for everybody that I love and appreciate. So thank you.
My name is Eric Bader. I'm a grateful member of this community. Got 30 seconds already. I came to speak because, like Tim said, Men in Action came through. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but I'm just so grateful for them, for their donations, for their time to come see us, to come see how we live, to come meet us, to come, get to know us. And they gave us these tokens, and they all had different sayings on them. And they gave it one for us, one to send to somebody and write a letter and send it to a person. And the first one I picked up, it said, "Believe miracles can happen." And I see miracles happen in this place every day, and it sounds corny, I know, but it's so fucking true, man. This place makes miracles. It makes miracles every single day, saves people's lives every single day. It saved my sisters, 2 of my sisters' lives. Both of them are sober right now. I'm getting sober. I am sober, but I'm trying to work on my coping skills to stay sober. And this place, gives us the chance to do that. And we get the chance to do that from the people who donate here. And that's who I'm giving my gratitude today to, is to the people who donate and take the time to know about this place and to understand this place and to give their hard-earned money to this place so that this place can help make more miracles happen, because this place really does make miracles every single day. And I love this place, and I love the people who I'm here with. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for you, BTS, for the people in BTS with me. I'm grateful for the people who I love in my life, love of my life, and my family. And I thank you guys so much. And thank you, Men in Action, for your money, too. I appreciate it. And for everybody else who donates, miracles do happen every day here. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Fabiola. I am a grateful recovering addict, and I'm also Angel's mom. You see, for 18 years, I was running amok and wasn't able to be there for my son because I, too, have the disease of addiction. And my biggest gratitude right now is for Beit TShuvah. Carrie, thank you. It was in 2020 when I was in school. I was at USC, and Unchained Scholars, a program for MSW and DSW students, for formerly incarcerated students. We're having a meeting, and Rabbi Mark and Harriet were there giving a presentation about Beit TShuvah. And it was then when I was like, what? I even had COVID that day. And I attended. And my son Angel's in jail. He's in jail. I thought, oh my God, this is the right program for my son. Like, I gotta reach out. And I spoke up, and Carrie, Harriet talked to Carrie, and And they made it happen. Like, they were responsive, and they didn't close their doors. They opened their doors for my son. And rest in peace, Mark. He answered my son's calls and picked him up from jail and began his new journey. And I'm just so grateful for my son's dad, his wife, and his family for always just raising my son. And I'm just so grateful for the donors of Beit TShuvah. Like, everything that you guys do, you guys change lives, miracles. We never know from one day to another who's going to make it. But if you look to your left, you look to your right, be that one. Be the one that's going to make it, because you never know what's going to end up happening. And so I give it up to my higher power and to each and every one that's in here, and just keep fighting the good fight. Beit TShuvah rocks. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kevin. I'm a grateful member of this community. I don't really know how to follow that one. Beit TShuvah does rock. I want to, I don't know if apologize is the right word, but I just want to say that there's some members of the community that, in situations that have happened over the past 2 or 3 weeks, where I could have done better. I could have handled those situations better. I think people I'm speaking with know. You know, you work hard to, I always say, like, I don't want, whatever my emotions are from someone else's actions, I don't want it to dictate my actions back, right? I get to have those emotions, but I think what was going on inside hindered me from being my best. And so I want to acknowledge that. I also want to acknowledge, because I don't know any other place to do it, and I feel like I need to say it out loud. There's an individual, an important individual in my life who, for a good chunk of her life, I have made it very difficult. And though I spent a lot of time here, and I'm in a good place, not always in a good place, but like in a good place, right? I still make her life difficult. And I love her very much. And I've apologized to her, like, you know, a gazillion times, and it just doesn't mean anything, and that's understandable, but I just need to say it out loud. Like, I don't want to make her life miserable anymore. I don't want to make her life any harder than it needs to be anymore. And I honestly, I don't want to say it to her because I don't want it to be self-serving. But I felt like I wanted to say it out loud. That's all. Thanks.
All right. A lot of love, a lot of gratitude. Jade, you coming up here? Oh, wait. All right, so we're going to do Mizmor Shir. Where's the band? I can't sing that by myself. I was wondering. Just grateful to be up here tonight. Grateful to be here with this incredible congregation staff, and sending a special shout out to Sarah Jacobs, who is abundant in loving kindness, and sometimes that loving kindness gets you into a situation where you don't expect, and she wishes she could be here tonight, but she's taking care of somebody else's dog who's having surgery. So I'm just grateful for Sarah and her presence, even when she's not here. So let's take it away with Mizmor Shir.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, וזמר לשמך אליהו, וזמר לשמך אליהו. מזמור להגיד בבוקר הסתך ואמונתך בלילות עלי עשור ועלי נבר עלי היגיון בחינוך וזמר לשמך עליון וזמר לשמך עליון.
All right, give it up for our Beit TShuvah band. Ted on drums, David G on bass, Thea on guitar, Laura Bagish on keys, and Cantor Nate. And thank you, Russell, always for bringing the Ruach, and everybody else. I want to invite up, hi, Austin. Inconspicuous. Remember we were saying that? I want to invite up Jade Carter, Rabibi Jade Carter, our spiritual intern, to welcome in the next version. Come on up.
Hi, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. We're a community that cares. So for the Vertically Challenge, I appreciate it, Austin. Wow. I want to say hi, and I'm so happy to be here on this podium and just in this room of love. So now is our time in our service to welcome in our new residents. So we're going to call up Robert and Travis. Can you come on up? One more, Travis? You here? All right, Robert, come. So, Robert, Craig really talked about sanctuary and the difference between a shelter and a sanctuary. And Craig, you were spot on. And this week in this week's Torah portion, the Israelites are in their new life. They're no longer slaves. They're in the desert creating a new identity. And that's what you're doing. And we already started today in TShuvah group and being here the last couple days. So we're so thankful that you're here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say a blessing together. And we're going to say together, I'm going to call up the birthdays. Sorry, I missed that step. Birthdays, come on up, please. There we go. Okay, so the birthdays, you're going to start off, and you're going to read from the screen, and the community, we're going to read when it says community. So, thank you, Angel and Amy.
May the door of this house be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for fellowship.
May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture.
May the door of this house be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity.
May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet.
May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness.
May this house be for all who enter, the doorway to a
together, we're going to welcome in Robert into our community. So we're going to say together, Baruch haba b'shem Adonai. May you who have come be blessed in the name of the source of life. Okay, now it's your turn. You say
Nelech bior b'shem Adonai.
Let's walk together in the light of the divine one. Welcome.
Maybe I could practice that.
We're really happy you're here. As the Israelites are in the desert, they're creating a temporary shelter. And God calls upon everyone to give their gifts according to their own heart. And so my blessing for you is that you may welcome in all of the gifts that this community has for you, no matter how hard it is. And in those days when it's really tough, we just ask you to do one thing, and that is welcome.
All right.
We're learning. So this week was a little tough, especially today. The Jewish community has been made aware that tomorrow has been called National Day of Hate. It's a call out to all neo-Nazi groups to incite violence or harassment to the Jewish community and non-white communities across the nation. And it's very scary, and it's hard, but our community does not despair, and we don't feed into that hate. And in those nights when I'm really struggling with that, I think about my great-grandma Rita Goldstein, and she fled from Poland in 1940. And as the Nazis were gaining power, she still made an effort to light Shabbat candles, but she didn't sing because it would have been too loud. And I think about her a lot during these times, and I think about how she refused to give up her identity, but she did what she needed to keep her family safe. And so this Shabbat, we are not going to hide. We are not going to forego our identity, but we're going to go forward with love. And we are going to sing, and we're going to sing loudly. And we're going to continue to do that. And we all know that the opposite of hate is love. And we're going to bring in love with Lecha Dodi. Come, my beloved, let's welcome in the Shabbat bride.
Lecha Dodi, Lecha Kala, Penei Shabbat Nekabela, Shamor v'Zachor Bedi, Borchat Kishmianu, El HaMeochad Adonai Echad, O Shemo Echad, L'Shemo Tiferet, Ve'elitila, Lecha Dodi, Lecha Kala, Penei Shabbat Nekabela, Likrat Shabbat, Lecho V'Nelcha Kihi Mekor, Ha'Beracha Merosh Mikedem, Nezucha Sof Ma'aseh, B'Machshava Tekila, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat Nekabela, Hitoreri, Ki Ba'orech, Kumi Uri, Shir Daveri Kevod Adonai, Alayik Nigla, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat Nekabela. Everyone, please rise and face the doorway as we welcome in the Shabbos bride. Boi v'shalom, ateret bala gam besimcha, uvetzola toch emunei. segula boi chala le chadodi li rakala pene Shabbat nekabela le chadodi li rakala pene Shabbat
love and community. We know that our world also needs healing, but individuals need healing as well. And at this point in the service, we're going to give some love to those people who need healing, whether it's healing of the body, of the mind, or the spirit. This prayer reminds us that in any state that we're in, we are deserving of love and care and compassion. So if you have a name or someone in your heart who you are thinking of, please say their name out loud when my hand passes you so we can offer them and you support. Thank you. We sing Mishaberach for their healing.
Mishaberach Avoteinu Abraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Yivarech v'Yirapeh et hacholim Elna Rifana la Elna Rifana la Elna Rifana la Elna Rifana la Mishaberach Avoteinu Abraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah Uyivarech v'Yirapeh et hacholim.
Refuah shlema to everybody who is in need of it. We invite everybody to rise for the Baruch Hu.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. Yai, lie, 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 lie. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך, המבורך לעולם ועד. המבורך, המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
May be seated. We're going to continue with the Shema and Ve'ahavta.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Shabbat Shalom. There's a story of a king who has a son. And the king wants his son to take over the family business. But the son has no interest. He doesn't want to. He actually doesn't really have a desire for anything. And so the king brings about all these different sages, all these wise people from all over the land to teach his son different aspects of knowledge and wisdom. But the boy refuses, the prince refuses. And finally, only one sage is left, and he's kind of running out of tricks of his own. Until finally, the prince sees a beautiful prostitute. Yeah, it's a true story. It's right here. Ben Parat Yosef. And the boy, all of a sudden, has a passion, a yearning, a desire for something. And the king says, okay, good. But the sage is saying, no, king, what are you talking about? This isn't good. So the king brings the young woman and says, listen, don't let him near you until he learns a book of knowledge. And so the young prince begins to learn, and each time a book is learned, the woman says, next time, learn some more, till finally this prince grows up, and he becomes a wise prince. And he realizes, you know what? I didn't need that woman in the first place, and finds his own princess. Now, the rabbis use this as a metaphor. It's not a true story, or maybe it is. Maybe it's all too true. About our desires. About our passions that maybe we're not in the right intention, right? And so our Torah portion, Truma, begins with God telling Moses to instruct the Israelites. Anyone any person whose heart so moves him to bring gifts to me. Bring gold, silver, copper, blue, purple, crimson yards, all the finest garments you can imagine to build this sanctuary. Ve'asuli mikdash v'shochanti betocham. Build for me a sanctuary so I may dwell amongst you. And this question of desire, right? This question of passion, and I think all of us are guilty of it, right? That sometimes our desire is not meant for the highest, most sacred deed. If you're a resident here, if you're a community member here, if you're a human being, right? We all have desires that take us beyond the line sometimes. And that's okay. The redirect, the aspect of TShuvah is, okay, how do I fuel that passion and desire to something sacred? How do I learn some wisdom from going astray? How do I learn some wisdom from some of the places that I've been in order to fuel a new life for good? To build sacred spaces, to build a place within all of our hearts for God to dwell. The idea behind the sanctuary is that heaven and earth meet in this infinitely small space between the two cherubim. The wings of the angels would be this close away from each other. And in that tiny, tiny spot is where God spoke to us. From that most minute place that you didn't think there was ever any hope, maybe, or you thought you were going down the wrong path, that's where God potentially is there for us. And so, I ask for all of us, how do we build those sanctuaries? How do we make the most smallest places within our hearts and our bodies to let God dwell among us? And there we can meet another person, another sacred soul, another individual in that little space and turn our desires that might have gone astray into something sacred and beautiful. Shabbat Shalom. So we're going to sing Adonai Sifatai, a little Lord Prepare Me, to create those sanctuaries within all of us.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Adonai, Sifatai tiftach, ufi agid, tehilatecha. Adonai, Sifatai tiftach, ufi agid, tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips so my mouth may declare your praise. Adonai, open up my lips so my mouth will declare your שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך אדוני שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך.
All right. We get to celebrate 2 birthdays tonight, Angel and Amy. Yeah, give it up. Angel for 2 years, Amy for 19. So Angel, come on up, brother. Let's see. You get to pick. You want strength or kindness?
My name's Angel, and I'm a grateful member of this community. Man, 2 years. That is, that's crazy. I didn't, like, prepare for this. I kind of just thought, you know what? First year, had a nice little speech, ready. I was in my room here upstairs, getting all ready and prepared. Year 2, I was going to go with my heart, How'd I get 2 years? So, as you guys know, my mom, shared earlier, formerly incarcerated, got out, came here to Beit TShuvah, but I feel like I had that moment of realization before I got here. I feel like that's why I did so well when I did get here. I remember that day. I was, I was in jail, and I kept seeing the same dudes coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Older men, like in their 60s, 40s, 50s. You know what I'm saying? Just coming back with the same stuff. And I was like, I do not want to be that person. I do not want to be that person coming in and out with nothing. So I started advocating for myself while I was in jail, and I decided to make that change. I stood out the way. I stopped doing things that I wasn't supposed to do. I stopped volunteering for things that I wasn't supposed to be volunteering for. And I kind of just, went straight. And when I finally got here, I was ready to change. I was ready. And, it's funny because, my counselors, my therapists, they're like, they thought I was just bullshitting the entire time, They're like, so you're good. Everything's great and dandy. I'm like, yo, I'm great. Life is amazing. Even to this day, I talked to my old counselor. He's like, "You're good?" I'm like, "Yo, life's great. I'm just doing the same thing that I've been doing." For all you newcomers, I recommend that take your time to get comfortable here. Take your time, take as much time as you need, right? But once you feel like you're ready, start doing things. Start working out, start going to the gym, start going to meetings, start. Just doing things to better yourself. After so many months, you can go to school, you go to work. For me, I chose to be happy. I told myself, if I could work with dogs every day of my life, I will be happy. So I became a dog groomer, and that's what I am. It's crazy because if you were to ask me, I literally, I service these dogs that have better lives than all of us. I swear, I go to these homes where just ridiculous, I gotta sign NDAs and stuff like that, and just okay. But the life I live today is just, it wouldn't be possible without Beit TShuvah. And I want to thank my family out there in the back, my sister, my mom, my dad, my other mom, my brother, my 2 brothers, and Alex. What's up, bro? Other than that, thank you guys. Love y'all.
Thank you, Angel. Amy, our our beloved grant writer extraordinaire.
Amy, grateful member of this community. So, 19 years ago was a very dark time in my life. And since that day, one day at a time, I have a life now that I cherish and that is a blessing. And my parents and my brother and my son are here tonight. And I think it's very important for especially my son to see his mother up here and to know that there's no shame. There's just being honest and there's asking for forgiveness and there's doing better every day. And honestly, I want to thank all my colleagues. I want to thank my beloved development family, including our interns. And honestly, I want to thank the residents. When we were working from home during COVID, I was like, this is great. I can get up, put my sweatpants on, do laundry while I'm working. And then we were told we have to come back to work, and we'd been comfortable at home for a while. But I did not realize how much I missed getting to know you guys. How much I missed when you guys come into our office and sit on the couch, when I hear your stories, when we're in the lunch line together and I talk to you and we relate on a very just basic human level. And it fills my heart with gratitude. It makes me grateful for what I get to do. Whenever I get a grant that means that some residents are gonna get to come on scholarship, it is phenomenal, the joy that I feel in my heart. And so when I see you in the hallway, when I see you on the lunch line, say hi. I wanna talk to you, I wanna get to know you. And I'm just very grateful and I feel very blessed, so thanks.
All right, for our birthdays, we're going to bring you out some cake. So if anybody wants to present Angel and Amy, Amy, don't run away. Come back over here. Don't. Just stay over here. And then, Angel, your family, we're going to.
Everyone who wants to give them a cake,
come on up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Angel and Amy. Happy birthday to you. Keep coming back sober.
Mazal tov, many, many more. Amen. Keep it up. We're going to continue with Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom Pimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Pimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Oseh Shalom Pimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu. יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
So today marks 1 year that the war in Ukraine began. And it as Rabbi Jade was saying, tomorrow is also a day of hate, right? That some people think is good for the world. So we're adding another prayer for peace. Lo yisagoy el goy cherev v'lo yilmadu od milchama. It's the vision that the prophet Isaiah says, that nation shall not lift up sword against nation, nor shall we learn war anymore. All right? It takes all of us. It takes each and every one of us to do our part, to not let that resentment that we might have for anybody fester into hate and violence and indifference. And so we sing Lo Yisagoy together.
לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה. לא יישא גוי אל גוי חרב, לא ילמדו עוד מלחמה.
Yeah, you can clap for peace. That's us. All right, we're going to invite everybody to rise for Aleinu, please.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. ביום ההוא יחיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
have a seat. We come to Mourner's Kaddish, and this was not a fun week in our community. We lost a very beloved former counselor and resident, Darren Fond, this past week, and she was laid to rest on Wednesday. So we hold her and we send condolences to her friends and family. May her memory be a blessing, but also Tim Foster's nephew, Lucas Simon Foster, who passed away this week, and also to Austin O'Meara's close childhood friend, Quinn Mulligan. And so we hold these lives, these holy souls, the memories of their in our hearts as we remember the names and the lives of those we've lost this year, including Mark Kessler, Henry Hank Schrimmer, Joyce Powell, Inosi Blumenkrantz, Stephen Grossman, Leon Perrick, Robert Gorsey, Gary Mintz, Marilyn Buckley, Stell Carlton, Patricia Blumenkrantz, Jessica Bayer, Matt Pollinger, Orion Brown, Carlos Catano Rios, Linus Stern, Lucy Franco, David Gallardo Sr., Bernard J. Alpern, John Baker, Hunter Venturelli, Faina Tsrilina, Lieutenant Mark Fleischman, Dr. Vinay Sudaram, Eleanor Gassaway, Zev Ben Shmuel Yaakov, Erwin Belsky, Clayton Leon Cochran, Melvin Nimoy, Simcha Farkas, Laura Avina, Leslie Barnett, Phyllis Siegel, Dennis Sherman, Jennifer Weller, Boris Katrik, Howard Sutton, Malcolm Jack III, Wayne Kahn, Myron Keene, Michelle Rosenblum, Naum Tsrilin, Marvin Jones, Salvo Mayo, Austin Long, Adam Rich, Maxwell Collins, Roberto Alonso, Alan A.J. Lamoureux, Larry Schwartz, Norma Sklar, Darren Fond, Lucas Simon Foster, Quinn Mulligan. And the Yortzites we commemorate this week, Muriel Slavin, Amy Palabicki, Gertrude Brown, Elizabeth Klein, Mamie Greenberg, David Chappelle, Nick Huff, Ned Lerman, Sophie Zepkin, Zoe Leader, Paul Pascal, Mandy Benayim, Charlie Rosenbach, Timothy Dennis Ford, Bram Goldsmith, Gloria Bunny Wallach, Perry Lever, Milton Weiss, Leonard Nimoy, Barbara Passell Frankie, David Hoffner, Joe Stabler, Claire Rimmon, David Bruslin, David Shapiro, Stanley Owens, Alan Michelson, Mayor Kovich, Sally Kirshner, Tim Shaw, Barbara Stern, Bernard Snyder, David Amdur, and Larry Schwartz. For those in our community who are remembering and want to honor somebody, we ask you to rise. And again, our tradition is that nobody stands alone. So if you see somebody standing, please go ahead and stand next to them. words of Kadisha Tom, Morris Kaddish are on the screen, and we respond with Amen. Yitzgadal v'yitzgadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divarach yiruteh, ve'amlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv ve'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'olmei olmaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudsha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the memories of those who have departed be remembered for a blessing, and let us say Amen. You can have a seat. Just a couple of announcements. I want to thank our sponsors for tonight, Ellie and Jason Frank, in honor of Elaine Korowitz's birthday. Where are you? There you go. Thank you very much. And if you haven't heard, our gala is this Sunday. Who's coming to our gala? All right. So there's still ways to get tickets, right, Addie? Yes, we can. There's still seats available. If you want to invite any of your friends, please, it's Sunday at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. You can go to our website, BeitShuvah.org. /gala. It's at 5 p.m. honoring the Saul and Joyce Brandman Foundation. You're actually sitting in the space that they donated to us. So this house was built by them and their generous donation of this property. And so we are honoring them again on Sunday. So please, please join if you can. Running for Recovery. We're running a marathon not too long, March 19th. Which one of our community members are running the marathon, all right? So they run not on Dunkin' Donuts, but donations from each and every one of us. So give them a little extra spritz to make those 26.2 miles, and there's ways to donate. We're excited that we have a Gamblers Anonymous in-person group again on Sundays. This is back after the pandemic. Sundays, 6:30 at in the boardroom. So please, if you know anybody who needs some help, bring them in on Sundays. And Passover is coming. April 5th is the first night Seder. It's a Wednesday night. We are going to do the Seder here again in person, God willing. Well, not God willing. We are going to do it in person. So if you are interested in enjoying that, mark your calendars. We're going to have a wonderful night and stories of redemption, of how our community really leaves the shackles of slavery behind us. And it's a really incredible, incredible night. We're going to have Freedom Song that week as well, and Shabbat. So it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful way to celebrate and get to know the Beit Shuvah community. Contact Sarah Jacobs. There's going to be more information on our website after the gala. And Sisterhood. Next meeting is March 5th at 10:30 a.m. Thank you, Kathy Galper, for really spearheading it as we're in transition. And for those who don't know it, the Sisterhood gave $1,500 to our marathon team and to cover their pre-race dinner and whatever else they need. So if you're interested in being a part of our Sisterhood, to give back to the residents, help them in their recoveries, please contact Kathy. She's here all the time. And that's why we love you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks to the band, everybody behind the scenes, Jade, Miles, Corey, Erica, Austin, Addie, Armando, Harper, everybody who's helped us. The other Austin, too. Austin for taking pictures. Rabibi, Jade, thanks for being up here and sharing your Torah. Thank you, Craig, again for sharing your Drosh. and everybody for bearing your heart and soul with us. We're going to close with Ozi V'Zimrat Yah. So, take it away.
You're going to join me in song, and the other half is going to join Thea. So everyone in song as well.
In
That's
song.
right. The same song, consistency. So let's all stand up. Let's have a community experience together. Let's feel present, connected, and let's sing that God is going to be our strength. Uzi V'Zimrat Yah Vayahili Lishua Uzi V'Zimrat Yah Vayahili Lishua Ozi V'Zimrat Yah Vayahili Lishua Ozi V'Zimrat Yah Vayahili Lishua. Going up. Ozi V'Zimrat Yah Vayahili Lishua. Ozi V'Zimrat Yah Vayahili Stay exactly where you are. We'll do Kiddush and Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Good
Shabbat
Shabbos,
shalom,
everyone.
everybody.